I look at myself, I say, anybody who sees me will never believe that this is going on with me. And I have mental stamina, I can deal with this, I have martial arts training, it helps me. But forgotten, what about other guys that can't cope? You know, that was my thought. And I said, we need to do something, this is beyond me, it's bigger than me. You know, then when I heard the story, I don't know if you know of this guy. Did you ever, did you hear how he died? No. It was when I had my injury that got the SDVAM to get me, try and get me a restraining order. That, who was the person that told me? Oh, one of our colleagues, one of our former schoolmates told me. I knew he died last year, but I didn't know what led to his death or how he died. It was that guy that told me, oh boy, be careful, he committed suicide.
Jesus Christ.
And he said when he wanted to kill him, before he died, he said he wrote a note. Because he said when he went to the burial, this is what I was told, that the family explained that they found a suicide note. He wrote, after a while I killed myself, who lied the wife? Now, you know what he said when the petite lady came around and they asked her what, she said, no problem. That's exactly when they asked her, nothing, of course, the man is dead now, will he tell his own side of the story? So a guy like that, he was in the army. He was in the army, for God's sake. He wasn't just anyhow person. He was a guy in the army. For you to get into the army, to be working in the army. So for a man to get to the point where he feels that there's no other way, for him to, then he thinks it should be good enough for him to still write a note and say, after why I killed myself. So what is it that this woman could have done to this army man that will make the man choose suicide as the option? You know. So, and these are the ones that we know. There are so many others, like one of the doctors I interviewed, he was telling me, he said, Mr. Solagbade, please continue what you're doing. We're going to support you. His doctor here in Beggar here, he said, look, he said, I can tell you cases of patients that come to my hospital. Men, he said, I will have to, you know the way you are like a psychiatrist, you know how you probe them for them to open up. Yes. He said, you have to be saying, man, bros, talk, please, I can see there's something wrong here, please. And the guy will now pour out his heart. The guy said, man, he said, men are suffering. And there's so much you need to tell people.
There's so much.
And I told somebody, I said, you are not talking now. You are a woman. You are thinking you are supporting that woman. Remember you have a son. The day your son will go and connect with one crazy woman.
Yes.
And he's making his life miserable. You will now know what it feels like to be on the other side. Because now you are enjoying it. You are joining them to talk rubbish. All the men are monsters, you know.
You know the problem?
Yeah.
The women know how to create scenes.
Yes. Yes.
I have a friend who is a medical doctor. His name is...
Okay.
He's a consultant and...
wow. Okay.
His wife is a qualified lawyer. In fact, in England, equivalent of a SAM. We call them QC.
Wow.
This lady has read so much to attain that level. Oh, man, buy it your This is a woman who is learned in the highest level of legal practice. In fact, the day the only divorce her made it so impossible for the husband to divorce her. Yes, I have to write a psychiatric assessment based on my private practice.
Yeah.
Take to a senior judge, £2,000. For the guy to be able to leave the house. Because she has put in a legal... She was not just physically oppressing this guy. She was also legally suppressing him. This guy, if he went to the police station, the case was already against him. Because the lady had put it that the guy was abusing her, abusing his daughter, abusing the son. So the doctor was almost like a monster. Until I had to do a psychiatric analysis to say this guy is having a depression, is having a mental health breakdown. Due to that, he can no longer continue. He's not saying enough to continue his medical practice, one. Also to continue as a husband. He needs to be referred back to a psychiatric hospital. So he was back to the hospital. So it was from the hospital we were able to find the battle. The reason why he's mentally unwell is because of the wife. How far a woman will go. When we sat them down to ask them questions, the first 30 minutes she was crying. In fact, if you are not sensitive, you will call the man a bully. I told Victor, and you know, I've been seeing this sign because we studied together at the University of Southampton.
Okay.
So you was a colleague, but he went to college while I went to psychiatry.
Okay.
So, but this time, I saw Victor at the hospital. I actually was your money.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You're a doctor.
Yeah.
With all what we are earning.
Yeah.
You're looking like a river. Then, wife, I said, about salary, where is that?
1 minute.
I'm telling you.
Jesus Christ.
A can speak to you too because he has a good case.
I would love to speak to anybody that's ready to talk because it's time for us to stop being shy. All this political correctness is not going to work. I don't get anybody time because I did so. My own son could be a victim tomorrow. You know, my cousin, my nephew, anybody, any male person could be a victim.
This is part 2, by the way. So this is an interview series that lasted for about 50. Interview session that lasted for about 57 minutes. I did the first part. You'll see in the description box. You can see the link to it. This is the second part. I'm taking it in chunks. Typical 5 to 6 minutes thereabouts. I do an analysis, a review where I just do a transcription that you watch on your screen as subtitles, and then you listen to my discussion of a few things. Right now, I just want to quickly tell you the main reason why I'm I'm kind of reviewing this particular segment of the interview. It's because it provides an example of how the abusive person, in this case, of course, the woman, will use available means, and take advantage of the fact that she's a woman and she's likely to get believed, to accuse the person she's abusing of being the abuser, and literally put the guy. It's a no-win situation for the man. If as a man you go and complain of abuse, there's a 9 out of 10 chance that you are going to get labeled the abuser in the long run. This has happened to me. If it was not the fact that I was a bit diligent in keeping records of all kinds, video, a few videos, audio, and especially photographic and also police reports, written evidence, I don't know how I would have ended up. But even now, because an abusive person, have you ever seen anybody who did a bad thing that admits openly that they did bad? The person that poured me hot water, and I was saying that she was going to say I poured it on myself, until one of the children asked her, "But mommy, we saw you pouring it on him just now." This lady told me her auntie had told her that if you were in the UK, all she had to do was just call the police and accuse me of beating her, and they would have come to lock me up. Even though she was the one that had just poured hot water on me, she was saying that she would threaten me and say she would get people to come and beat me up in my home. Now imagine if it was reversed and it was a man saying all these things and doing all these things over the years. I'm very sure I would have been in jail by now. But because there was nothing of the sort, she couldn't go anywhere to make any reports. So in over 18 years that we're together, by the time she started in 2008 with the physical abuse, because the emotional abuse had been on before then, but not significantly. By the time she started, and I began to feel a need from 2009 to go and complain, there was never a time she was the one that initiated any complaint anyway. I was always the one with the injuries and the complaints. Never once did she even need a single treatment or anything. So despite that, she would still want to play the victim. And I'm telling you, based on what she had said to me, and I've things she did to me with the kids, I have seen instances in which my kids will keep quiet, and it's clear that she has groomed them to keep quiet when she's saying something that's not true that happened. And so for those of you who are listening to me, I want you to understand what happened to this man in the UK that his wife did to him. Forget about the woman being a lawyer. Women are doing it to their husbands, where the man gets labeled the abuser because automatically by default society naturally leans toward the woman. We believe that, quote unquote, that we had sex, therefore we believe that whatever they say is likely to be the case when it comes to issues of abuse. But we do not understand that some women have gamed the system. They understand that, and so when they want to be abusive, they exploit that, and the man may be completely innocent and will not know. And the women have also developed the ability, like my ex-partner threatened many times, I know she's capable of it, I know she has the friends that will help her do it, to manufacture false testimonies, people that will be a false witness on her behalf. She groomed the kids. Not all the kids agreed to go her way. And I'm saying all this now because I want you to understand what you are hearing this man, this psychologist and psychiatrist say in this recording is just a tip of the iceberg. There are men that have been ruined by false testimonies given by women. And I'll end by saying this. Anybody who has listened to the details of the trial between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp will know that what I'm saying is the real thing. It can happen to anybody. So please, let's stop this nonsense where we let people just manufacture evidence that doesn't have a foundation, that doesn't hold water. Let's be more critical thinkers in evaluating what somebody presents as evidence. If I can present 12 years of evidence and somebody is presenting 1 minute of evidence, supposedly, and not even something that can be corroborated by any verifiable source, and you accept that person's evidence, that tiny bit of evidence, in comparison to all the years of photographic evidence and video evidence, something is wrong with you. And if it happens to your son in future, you have yourself to blame, because what you are doing is you're setting a precedent.